Guys, this is Scott Leroy Marketing, coming in for the weekly tip. And today's tip is actually about how you can add over your Homekeepr blog widget, or plug it in this case, whatever you want to consider it, over to your new IDX site. All right, so the IDX sites currently don't have a blog option on there quite yet. All right, but in this case, you can always display a different blog, or on here, you can actually use the Homekeepr option. So what we'll want to do is click on the Sites option on the left-hand side over here so we can access our sites backend from our KW Command platform. All right, now once we do that, it's going to take us over to our sites section where we can find our landing pages, we can find our sites, our neighborhood pages, as you can see up here now. And what we'll want to do is click on the plus sign up here to create a new site. Now this is not technically going to create a brand new, IDX site or anything of that sort, but we can actually add a page onto our agent site. All right, so I'm going to click on my agent site, and once I click on that, you'll notice this highlights with that blue color, so now I can create the page. All right, so I'm going to click on Create Page on here. Now, in order to actually save a page, you do have to have a widget added in. So what I typically suggest, thank you. All right, so what I typically suggest is at least having the contact form on here. All right, but to start, I'm going to click on Content Blocks. All right, and then I'm actually just going to add inside text on here so I can paste inside that text. So I'm going to drag over the text real quick. All right, and here's the text we can actually go through and update if we want to. All right, so completely up to you guys if you want to go through and change this out. All right, and then of course you can always preview it to see what it would look like on here. So I'm going to undo that, and we're all good to go. All right, now with that being said on here, now I'm going to go over to our Homekeepr account. Now if you don't have a Homekeepr account, you can always go to homekeepr.com/KW, and that'll allow you to create a Homekeepr account for Keller Williams. It's completely free to utilize, and it's a fantastic tool that'll actually link up with your KW app. That'll allow you to display preferred vendors. It has an automatic blog feed on there, so it's fantastic on there. It looks like it's taking a little bit of time to pull up on here, but this is where you can actually set this up. There we go. All right, so then all you have to do is just put inside your name, email, password, and you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to sign into mine real quick, though. So on homekeepr.com, I'm going to go to sign in and go to Realtors. I'm going to put in my login on here and my password. I may have put that in incorrectly. Let's try it again. All right, so I'm going to log in real quick, and this is going to take us right to our back end on here. All right, now the main thing we'll want to focus on right over here is the widget section. So as you can see, embed Homekeepr on your website. So I'm going to click on embed widget on here. And you can actually embed two different widgets. You can embed your Trusted Pros widget, which is basically going to display all the different vendors that you want to utilize on here for home maintenance pretty much. All right, or you can utilize the blog widget. Now the main one you'll want to use on here is the iframe code, not the JavaScript, but the iframe. So if I click on my blog widget and I click on iframe on here. All right, so once I see the iframe, I'm going to click on copy code. Now if you notice, it says market leader placer on here because it's for KW. They obviously haven't updated it quite yet or anything of that sort, but then this is what it's going to look like down here too. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go back over to my site. I'm going to paste inside this code on my text. Now sometimes, and I'm utilizing Chrome, that's the best one to utilize on here, obviously. All right, sometimes it can take a little bit of time to access the text box from what I've seen on here. So if that does happen, just drag over another text box. You should be able to highlight everything to add that in immediately. All right, and then remember, we can't save this until we add in a widget. All right, so I'm going to add inside a contact form on here as well, just to link that up. All right, so now I'll click on Configure Widgets. Contact form looks great, just standard stuff on here. All right, so for the phone number, I'm going to change it out for this one instead. Save and apply. Perfect. All right, so now I can save changes. I'd like to make this visible. Yes. Perfect. So now my landing page was created on here. Now you can always go through and we can see right over here, for instance, it's not available quite yet because it's not active on our site. So to add this over to our site, we'll click on Agent Site Settings now. All right, and then under Agent Site Settings, we're going to click on the Pages option on the right-hand side. All right, so once we click on Pages, now we can actually add inside new pages on here. So if I click on Add Page, for instance, on the left-hand side, I can title this as Blog. I can make my slug URL /blog on here, and then I can put inside my SEO description. Stay up to date with the, most recent real estate tips and tricks with Scott Leroy Marketing blog. There we go. All right, now once I have that completed, I'll click on select page on here so I can select one of my pages I've created. So here's the newest one on here. I didn't change the name, I probably should have, so it'll make it easier to see. But November 12th, that's perfect. So I'll select it and click continue. All right, and once I click save changes, voila, it's now on our site. And then of course I can always reorganize this too by moving my cursor over the 6 dots over here on the left-hand side. All right, so these are all updated. So now if I actually go to my site, all right, so I'm going to go to my kw.com site. Perfect. Now at the top right corner, all right, we should have our new option of the blog on here. So when I click on the blog, all right, it looks like it's not popping up quite yet, but it should pop up. All right, there we go. It looks like it just popped up now on here. All right, so if that does happen, literally all I did, because if we noticed before it had that little funky bar on there, I just went back over to my page. I literally just resaved the page on here, kind of paused the video and resaved it, and then it automatically updated. So you can always come back over here under the agent site pages, click the 3 dots and select edit, and then you can just go through and resave it. So by doing that, it looks like it may have just had a little bit of an error on there, and we're all good to go. So here's what our blog now officially looks like on here. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong page. This is what our blog officially looks like on here. All right, so now I can see everything immediately, and then they can access that right away. So it's a pretty nifty way to actually add inside a blog on your site. And if you notice now it says contact us down here too. All right, so when in doubt, just resave the page and that'll update. It may have just been a timing issue for it to pop up. All right, but that's how simple it is to add inside custom iframe code onto your website, all right, and to make a brand new page just for that too. All right, so remember, once again, if it doesn't pop up immediately, could be a timing error. Please remember to always just go through and maybe resave it. Refreshing it typically helps out, and then you should be all good to go. All right, but now I have an official blog from Homekeepr over on my website. So there you go. So that is your KW command tip for the day.